Leeds.
Okay, get on. Come on. Oh, my God. Come on. Still absolutely on the biggest natural high you will ever know. Fucking get in. Get in. Oh. Don't know why I stood on the chair. I don't know why. Honestly, I was quite worried that would happen then. We love you, Leeds. I'm so happy. Let's get through these comments. Oh, smash us, like and subscribe. Cheers, Danny, as always, mate. Thank you. Man of the match was the whole team. Yes, top banana it was. Hard to pick in it. Evening all MOT. Can't wait for this. Oosh, says Righteous One. Unbelievable. Honestly, I'm so buzzing. I'm so happy. Nah, it's just evening, Matty. Been threatening result likes today for a few times this season. Today, all clip what performance still buzzing. Yeah, 100%. We're getting to it, mate. 100%. You bang on there. Gavin James, good evening, all. Did we win? Maybe just a little bit, mate. Watch the chair over my face on the table. Well, I got up there and I was giving it a bit, and then I realised I had to get down. Yeah, but I managed it. Dear me, you are a happy man tonight, Dan. Here, son, honestly, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. 7-0, it's just, yeah, so happy. Adam says, you know better. I know, mate, I know. Evening all. Marcus, buzzing to be a Welsh lad, Leeds fan tonight. Yeah. Danny, you need to do better. Me better with your predictions, mate. Yeah, I was close with mine, you know. I know I didn't get the score right. I said 4. But I said on TikTok earlier, 4-0. I went Piddo to get 2, James and Solomon to get 1. So I got my goal scorers right. We need a big result tonight like we did. 7 feet in the air, 1 foot for each goal. Yeah, right result, right performance. Yeah, nobody got this result right. Nobody gets the score right, that's for sure. Lord, hey up, Lord, up you well. Can't believe we couldn't score 10 Fark out, mate. There'll be people saying that, won't there? Not a bad result, that. Nah, definitely not. Richard, hello. Richard, my mate, hello, buddy. Did you go today? I did, mate. I did. I'll be putting a match day vlog together, which will probably go out in the morning. Looking forward to that getting out. First time in the Cop in years, mate. I usually go east stand up, but as you know, I went in Cop today. Great view. To be fair, I might have to give my stands a bit of a switch up because I absolutely loved it in Cop today. To be fair, I think it wouldn't matter where I was. In that stadium today, 7 goals, you know, absolutely buzzing with that. Danny says, first ever Leeds manager since 1972 when we beat Saints and put 30 passes without touching the ball. Yeah, mate. Like I say, over 50 years since we've scored that many goals. Scandalously good that today. Big love, Matty and chat. What a game, what a performance. Get the F in. Cheers, Ross. Hope you well, my mate. Gutted I had a 10 on a Piro hat. Ooh, Darren. Nah, no gutted, mate. No gutted. No gutted today, mate. Yeah, so... Honestly, you know me, I don't take any notes, yeah, but I've just had to write the goal scorers down in order because I couldn't remember them. Honestly, not many goals, you forget in what order they went in. But yeah, we'll get into it. Line up. Exactly what I thought. The subs or the lineup that people wanted for Burnley or the subs that wanted to come on for Burnley, i.e. Byram out, Firpo in, and Rothwell in for... what's his face? Gruev, that's the one. I thought that's what they're doing this game, and that's exactly what he went for. A more attacking lineup. I thought it was the right choice, obviously, with the scoreline, but I knew it. I knew that's the lineup he'd go. I didn't expect to see Byram after playing so many games in close succession. I didn't expect to see Gruev total switch up and 5 minutes in. I just want to say, honestly, we're going to touch on every play because I think every play deserves a mention, but like Piddo were outstanding. That first goal, he makes that goal so well from deep in our half. Like, honestly, what a pass through to Dan James. Like, so good. Don't get me wrong. If it's anyone else chasing it, keeper probably collects that. I think the ball's made a little bit better by the fact it's Dan James chasing it. But Dan James, man, oh, what a player. What a player Dan James is. Honestly, a year or two ago, he ain't got the composure to slow his brain down there when his legs are going 100 mile an hour and just, you know, take that time to just control the ball after taking it around the keeper, you know, a couple of seconds with ball in possession, just lay it off to Aronson. Just what a goal. But you can't underestimate how big Pinot were in that, you know, deep in our half, the ball breaks to him, he takes a couple of touches and plays. Honestly, what a pass that was through. He played so well today, Pinot, so well. That's probably the best I've seen him playing. Yeah, he was leading line until that last like 20 minutes when he moved into 10, but he dropped so deep at times it was like we were playing with Pinot as a 10. His passing was class today. To be fair, we could do this every week, but it's the first time we've been clinical. Yeah, I tell you what, Gavin, first time we've been this clinical, yeah, but I've been saying for the last few games, we've been clinical. I know we didn't score at Burnley, but we didn't have no chances. Very clinical against Norwich. Didn't have a heap full of chances, but we put away the ones that we needed to. Sheffield Wednesday, again, I think we had 5 or 6 decent chances, put 3 of them away. You know, that's 12 goals now in 4 games. I think really building that side of his game up for me. We look so much more clinical, so much more comfortable in front of goal. Even before this game, for me, I've said for the last month or so that clinical edge is coming back. We're not fluffing as lines over and over again. We create a lot of chances. We get a lot of, you know, saves, a lot of blocks, a lot of corners. We don't miss gilt edge chances. Not no more. Which side of the net would you, pal? Which side of the net I was? I was in the right hand corner, just not in the lower half, in the, like midway up where the players warm up in the cop, in that right net corner flag. To be fair, I had a decent view of players warming up in that corner, mate. What about you, Barry? Where were you? Be nice if we can do the same to Fat Frank this week. Yeah, I don't think we will, mate. I don't think we'll go smash Coventry like that. I think it'll be a tighter game, but does it matter? We'll take out a minute, won't we? What I mean, we've doubled Sheffield United's goal difference. Unbelievable. Plus 41 us. They're on plus 20. It's unreal. Who put the ball in Cardiff's net half? The fucking team did. Yeah, man. Good stuff for us. Good stuff. And Byram has equalled Gordon Strachan's record of 23 street games he's played, and we've won. My daughter just love Byram. But Firpo, he is the man tonight. Even in CB. I want to say I hope you're well. That's what I say when I flag someone up. Hope you're well. Hope everyone's all right. But there's no way you're not well tonight. Tick those like for my please stick a like on. Please subscribe if you're new here. Yeah, that was what I think. It had a total brain fart, mate. I couldn't think of his name. Richard Hogan. By the way, check out the highlights of Southampton game from 1972. Basically, Leeds playing like Brazil. Yeah, to be fair, mate, I watched that. A couple of weeks ago. Going through some of the historic games in Leeds United's history. Righteous one. Corner between Western Cop can be best atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, I think today, mate, atmosphere were cracking everywhere, wasn't it? I think it was absolutely class everywhere. Michael says, felt sorry for Schmidt, who was left out of the squad. He must be seriously consider his future at least. Yeah, 100%, mate. There might be a knock there, there might be something, but when I did see lineup, I did just think he'd just been left out. It's a very competitive bench now, isn't it? Fergal Kelly, I was in the West Stand and my son pitch side where the lads warming up. It was my son's first time. Oh, Fergal, what a game for your boy. I don't know if he loved Leeds United before, but he definitely loves them from after today, doesn't he? Oh, that's mint. What a game to go, your first game. You know, when you look back, I remember my first game and stuff. When you look back when when you're older, he's always going to remember that 7-0, mate, against Cardiff. That's a mint first game. Lucky bugger. Danny Green, just popping in and say hi. Can't stay as I'm in the pub in York, so I'll say hi and cheers. Danny. Cheers to you too, my mate. Have a good night. I'm sure you will. Best place to be is pub after that performance. We've got to try and go to bed soon, mate. Honestly, I've said it on my little video I did on my home, so I can put it in my vlog. My best mate Priestley, as most know, when I do my vlogs and that, he's on them. He bought his partner tickets for Hamilton at the Alhambra Theatre tonight. So he's currently in the Alhambra, or maybe he's finished. He's been to the Alhambra Theatre to sit there nice and quiet, fingers on lips, for 2.5 hours watching Hamilton after just being in cop for that. Like, there can't be it's not my thing, it might be someone else's thing, but I can't imagine how worse than going and sitting in theatre watching Hamilton after just being in cop. I just can't imagine it. I've not been able to sit still. I've got ADHD as it is and I'm all over shop, but this is just next level, honestly. Is this Pirot's best performance in the league? Honestly, Gavin, I said yeah. I think it is his best performance. A few people have said the semi-final against Norwich at Elland Road that were good, But I think this was Piro's best for me. This is the best I've seen Piro play. And don't get me wrong, that first 2 minutes of game, he get ball away 3 times in the opening couple of minutes. I thought, here we go. After that, unbelievable. My man of match with Firpo. Honestly, mine's Dan James, mate, but I can't call it. I thought Tanaka as well. Oh. CB, I think Piro's best game was Norwich in the playoffs. Yeah, potentially, mate. I think a few people have said it's a toss-up between that and this one, innit? But unbelievable. My player of the match was Aronson or Piro. Yeah, Aronson played well, mate, but for me, Firpo and Dan James probably, and Firpo. Maybe the talk of Archie potentially going to Leeds has caused Piro up his level of performance. Yeah, and we'll get into that, mate, because this could have massive impacts on this. You know, people won't want to wear it, but this could have a massive impact on whether we bring someone in or not. And I know it's very reactive to say that for a 7-0 win, but 100% this could. I don't think they're panicking in the back room anyway about players before this result. You know, I think they've got a couple of targets. If they get them, great. If they don't, they're not. You know, I don't think they're going to lose sleep over it. This is just further strengthened that point for me. And if we don't get anybody, they aren't going to care. I think we're fine. An injury to Piro or Aronson probably changes things. They're the only 2 positions I think we can't probably afford an injury. Outside that, and they're relatively fit, they very rarely get injured, so maybe they'll take the gamble. I don't think you're going to see him spending 20-odd million on a player now. I just don't. That, for me, shouldn't change stuff. Be proactive, not reactive. But how can it not? How can it not sort of put something in your mind where you think, do we need to bring a player in a loan, potentially with an obligation of 20+ million, when we don't know if he's good enough for Premier League as it is? And we've just done that there today. And now with 5 points clear of third? I'm not too sure, you know. Now, did we play anywhere like that today? Pace press for 90 minutes with Blunts and Sunderland, we beat them. Carry on the Fat Frank on Wednesday. Yeah, you know what it is? I'd probably say, and I think you'll all agree, that's the reason what we're different about today, where we actually punish them. We've said a lot that they're effort taking all season at times. We should have put 5, 6, 7 past them. We've said that numerous times, right? This, for me, was the first 90-minute performance I've seen in probably since that semi-final against Norwich. I'd say that was probably the most complete performance last season. But I almost said in 2 seasons then. But this is the most about... Yeah, when you think of a full 90 minutes, it's the best we've played for 90 minutes. We play well in spells so often, you know, 15, 20-minute clusters, and we ease off. We ease off a little bit in that first half. We went 2 up, don't get me wrong, slightly. Let them have a bit of ball, but not like we normally see. That was pretty much high-intensity football for 90 minutes on nearest, damn it. It really was. Perfect performance by Leeds United. You know, I wrote down here, hungry, relentless, ferocious, clinical. Those words just top it, you know, just hungry, relentless, ferocious, and clinical. Those 4 words are just everything in that game for me. We will need to be clinical. Yeah, I think we will. We need to be clinical tonight. We had that many chances. We could have missed a few, and we obviously still won. Hook Coventry away could be a lot tighter. It could be a lot tighter. But as clinical edge is there now, Richard, it really is. We're not missing big chances no more. We're really not. I've had loads of stick for defending Piro. There's obvious play. Oh, mate, there is a player there. There's a player. And it's so good. We've seen it today. So good we've seen it today. And he needed it. Him and Aronson probably needed it because they were 2. Nonto needed it. You know, Joseph all the players who have been coming in for a bit of stick lately, they all stepped up tonight. Your Solomons, your James, you know, your Firpos, people like this, your Tanakas, they're not in no doubt. They do this every week. This is just a continuation of the form. But your Nontos, your Josephs, you know, your Piros and your Aronsons, they needed that today. They needed that. And boy, did they deliver. Imagine if we could score from corners, mate. Is that what we are now? Not from 98. To be fair, his delivery were good today. His delivery were brilliant. I think he didn't beat first man once, Rothwell, but rest of them were nice in box, yeah. Lord says, we're 21 points ahead of Cov. Let's not overrate them because 3 or 4 goodish games against Champ. No, I overrated them. I hadn't even looked at the form, mate. I couldn't even tell you what they've done today. I couldn't tell you what they've done at any point. I just know they'll be fired up for it. Lampard will have that extra bite, and it's away at Coventry. It's never an easy game. In comparison to this, it will be chalk and cheese. I'll probably still predict I think I said 2-1. The other day, I probably would change my mind on that now. I reckon we could be good for maybe a 3-1 or 3-0. But it's not going to be to this level, Lord, is it? But I think it'll be a tighter game. Michael, Leeds United are plus 41 goal difference, which is 3 better than the goal difference finished on last season. Honestly, it is ridiculous, right? I hadn't done workings out. So what is it? 63 points. Let me just have a look at this now before I say something wild. So there's 16 games left. So there's 48 points to play for. Plus 63, 111. We can finish on 111. I'm going to make a ball prediction here now. We finish on 100 points or above, which means we only drop 11 points from now till the rest of the season. Going to finish on 100 points. You know me, bold statements. Heart before head. I think we get 100 points this season. I really do. I don't see us losing. Sheffield United coming up. I don't want to wear it. We'll smash them. Don't want to wear it. Sunderland. We will smash Sunderland. We will score 3 or 4 past Sunderland. We will. Might concede a few, but we'll score. We'll score against Sunderland. We've got 3 goals in us against Sunderland. We really have. Sheffield United will be hard, but we won't lose to these teams. We won't lose. I don't see us losing another game. I don't. Scandalous to say, I know. Over the top. Maybe. But that's me. That's me. I think we might draw 2 or 3, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go for 100 points, mate. Fuck it, why not? I'm in a well good mood. Come on! Burnley got points. So yeah, they did, mate. 0-0. Fuck it, what's point in even turning up, eh? Should have been 8 far out. Witness 2-7-0 at Elland Road. Oh, go on, Nige. That's class. That's class. Think Schmidt was injured in training, yeah. Might have actually going, yeah, mate, it's this is what Cop does for you. I want in posh seats today with prawn sandwiches. I want it middle at Cop. Yeah, with a horrible cheeseburger. Paul Brennan, hey up, mate. Hello, folks. Unbelievable win today. 7-0, whole team playing for each other. And the shirt has a 1. Absolutely buzzing. Outstanding performance, Junior Firpo. 3 assists, first class. Honestly, so good, mate. So good, Paul. Thanks, mate. So good. I mean, you know I love Sam Bynum on this channel. I love him. Firpo needed that for me. He needed it. Injuries, that suspension against Millwall. I know it seemed fucking years ago, but I still haven't quite got over it. But you saw there what a natural left foot can do. But you also, for me, saw why you probably weren't the right option for Burnley. Look how high you played today. Like, you did need it against Burnley. You needed a bit more solid on that left hand side. For me, you had Jaden Anthony playing their most dangerous player at Burnley, or one of them. I do think it would have the right option, and if you back it up with a decent performance and win today, that Burnley result then looks like a good point. So for me, well, the right way to do it. Firpo showed naturally. He's like a bloody winger, and he's just he's not a fullback. He's a cheat code when he's on it. Like that first time delivery with his left foot, it's on the money every single time. Right between that goalkeeper and that last defender, and the keeper don't know whether to come for it or not. The defender didn't try and touch it for fear of it going in his own net. Just unbelievable delivery at ball, Firpo. So good. So good. Hey up, Callum. All right, mate. Don't know where to start. Yeah, me neither, mate. I'm just I'm winging it, you know me. This is a very wingable stream, this, because nobody really knows where to start. There's no rhyme or reason to this. No one plans for a 7-0 stream. No one plans for a 7-0 day out at Elland Road. But my God, we'll fucking take it. And we'll run with it. One of Burnley's better players, Josh Brownhill, wasn't even in the Burnley squad today for the match against Palmer. He has 6 months left of his contract and he's been courted by lower end Premier League. Ooh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? To be fair, I think Burnley are done now. I don't see with the form how the claw a 5-point gap on us. 16 games to go. I don't see how they get 5 points more than us anyway. So for me, too early to say, I guess. But for me, I just don't see how we drop out of top 2 now. I really don't. Could we drop out of first place? Potentially. We've got to play Sheffield United. I think we beat them anyway, as I've just said. But potentially, that's probably the only last thing to sort of worry about. But for me, yeah, Burnley aren't playing well enough to catch us, are they? Pinno's worried about Archer. Maybe. Any chance of Joseph boot from? Well, only Leeds boats haven't got it, so I'm picking it up tomorrow, mate, and I will be posting it to you in the next couple of days. I'll let you know when I've sorted it, mate. Paul says I was so close to getting a ticket for today, and I'm gutted I didn't. Now all of them came together and had all a great game. I brought the best out, mate. Honestly, wounded that you didn't get a ticket for this, Paul. Wounded. It's one of them games I'll remember for the rest of my life. Don't want to rub it in or anything. Obviously, you saw it. It was just phenomenal, mate. Absolutely phenomenal. Ferguson thought Pinno had a brilliant game. So good. So good. He dropped so deep. Played so well linking play up. Like, his first touch were better today. His passing were just so good. Yeah. Like I say, mate, no, I'm going to have to post it, mate. Still need a centre-back as cover. Mate, for me, we don't need anybody if everyone's fit, and I think everyone would agree with that. The problem is you can't guarantee come 4th of Feb, but 3rd of Feb, that closes. 4th of Feb, we get bloody injuries. You know what Leeds are like? It's, like I say, after that, I don't think they're going to be too stressed about it. I really don't. I think we've got enough. Be proactive, go get one. I think we only need one. I think we're all right centre back, me, you know. I just don't see us getting a couple of injuries there. I think we'll be all right. I think we can manage square peg, round holes, whatever, but these square pegs aren't too bad, are they? Not too bad at all. There you go, Darren. Bang on money, mate. It was the first time we haven't took our foot off the gas. 100%, 90 minutes, non-fucking stop. Non-stop, relentless. There were animals out there today. Animals. I said 5-0 at 22-1. Yeah, Justin, I thought 4-0, mate. It just got better and better, didn't it? It really did. Really did. Paul says, today was a statement win, and Daniel Farke is breaking all equaling records with Leeds United. Honestly, it's unbelievable. It's taken us over 50 years to finally score 7 goals out the road. Yeah, I know, mate. But yeah, what a sweet moment it was. Sweet moment. Duncan says that result has been coming, especially at home, as we have eased off on a few teams. 100%, mate. Happens most games, doesn't it? Equals the best league result in my lifetime. Now important, 5 games coming up before the final push. Yeah, 100%. Like you say, we felt at half time several times this season at Elland Road, being there 2 up, 3 up, thinking 6s and 7s. This never happens. Never happens. There were a little spell when we went 2-0 up where obviously we got second goal on 30 minutes and it ended another half an hour at 2-0. And I do feel like we were still probing, still look very likely. Took us foot off like I said a little bit, not much. That second half was just something else. Something else. That best thing is, normally you see at Leeds that when they start making the subs 65, 70 minutes, the players coming on. When we're winning, the intensity drops because the 2 or 3 up. Your subs are coming on, they're trying their best to impact the game, but it's hard really when you're already up, you know what I mean? You're coming on to a game that's sort of won. Today, the subs came on and that level did not drop at all. It just maintained it and they looked so hungry. I mean, at 5-0 at time, you're bringing Ramazani on. It's actually scandalous, to be fair. It's actually scandalous. Russ says, I still think we've got a few more gears to get through. Well, I thought that I don't think we've got our second and third gear a lot of games this season. That would have close to being, in 5th, going down motorways I've seen, to be fair. Adam says, today, proper statement win. Go get Archer or Rowe and cement this momentum. Yeah. Well, that's it. It's been proactive. Like I say, we were speaking earlier, weren't we, Adam, that Johnny Rowe, I don't think no one's been touted about Leeds, but he's been told by, is it Marseille, that he can leave, potentially. Maybe Leeds look at that again. He can play in 10. He can play out wide. I think he plays a false 9, but predominantly a 10 or a winger. I wouldn't say no to either of them. What I will say is it's highly unlikely they'll go for a player that, in my opinion, that we have to pay 20 million plus for in the summer when we go up. That's my doubt on whether we get someone now. And I know that result shouldn't make anyone think we don't need anybody. I'm just sort of looking at it and thinking, why would you put why would you nail down a 20 million pound spend in the summer on a player that you don't know can do it in Prem for sure, if you already think you're going up now? And you can't tell me 49ers and Farke don't think we're going up now. They would never admit it on camera. They've got to be professional. But you cannot tell me that there's one person in that fucking club of ours that doesn't believe we're going to go up. There might be some fans who'll think that. A lot of fans might still be worried. Leeds tag and all that. I'll always just come out there and say what's in my head, mate. We're going to finish top. We're not going to drop from top in my eyes now. We're going to finish 100 plus points. You heard it here first. Fucking come on. Burnley result is a bonus. It is. And what you'll find is, mate, the more we win, which I expect us to win next couple at least before we get to Sheffield United and Sunderland game, and then who knows? I still think we'll win, but who knows? Potentially a draw or 2 there. While ever we win games, there's always a chance. Always a chance Burnley drop points. And I know they're a good side in terms of picking up points this season. They're doing well. But we know how boring they are. We just seen them like 0-0 writ all over the games, aren't they? They're just so poor. We 100% need a set-piece coach now because we are poor. Yeah, the delivery is perfect, Gavin. The delivery by Rothwell, for me, has been top-notch today. Yes, top-notch. It's what they're doing at the end of them. What's the problem? Coventry won today. Coventry won I've won 5 in a row. Oh, fair play to Fat Lampard, eh? I love that, though. We just played someone who hadn't lost in 8. It's good. Bring them on. Bring them on. We knew it was inevitable. A demolition job so close after the frustration of Burnley game. Shackles went off today. Yeah, the one, mate. They absolutely loved it today, didn't they? Loved it. 111 points, of course, man. It's possible. Of course it is. Of course it is. I easily think we can do 100 points. Leeds United have 3rd most goals out of all teams in notable leagues in Europe. I love that, Adam. Right start. I'd say at least 95. And that pisses league, doesn't it? That pisses league. You go up, you win league on 92 for me. You go up and you're probably in top 2 on 87, 88 this season. But I think we can easily do 100 points. If Cov come at us like Cardiff did today, we will score 3 or more. Yeah, potentially, mate. Potentially. Duncan says the Burnley draw Monday with them drawing today doesn't quite look so bad now. No, it doesn't, mate. It doesn't. A lot of people lost their head on Monday, and I don't know why. It was just a one-off game. Do you know what I mean? It was just one game. There was no pattern, there was no rhyme, no reason to it. It was a one-off game against a side that doesn't concede goals. I mean, again, they've played shite, they haven't scored, but they also haven't conceded again. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No, 9 conceding 30 games. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I don't see why anyone would have gone into meltdown on Monday, but they did. They did. Paul says Coventry will be a tricky match. Stay focused. The team are playing really positive vibes from me. Yeah, too right. 10 more wins does it for me. Yeah, mate, I easily going to get 10 more wins, aren't we? Easy. We'll win 10 of us next 16. Easy, mate. Andy Rose says 111 points, finish on between 96 to 105. Yeah. I easily see that being where we're going to end up, mate. Russ says we'll get 105 points for me, 6 points drop for me. Yeah, Russ, I'm liking this confidence, man. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving this. The difference it makes having an out-and-out left back. Yeah, I am a deaf sniper, but like I always say, I'm a massive Byron fan. But 100% I have to agree with that today. 100%. When Firpo's on it like that, such a difference. Everything good down that left-hand side at Firpo. You know, everything. Him and Solomon, so good together. It's such a deadly left edge, that. Someone in 8 goals today, and they're still far out. Of course they are, mate. Of course they are. Adam, game by game for me. Just keep ticking them off and hope Burnley suddenly keep dropping points. Yeah, no, I get that, mate. I get that. Danny says, I think he may bring Pascal back in Wednesday and Ampadu back in DM. Yeah, I agree. I think Pascal starts on Wednesday. I do. Firpo would have given Solomon a bit more room, and Burnley, and would have made it harder for them to blow up. Yeah, 100%, mate, potentially. But having Firpo playing, would he have been allowed to roam so far forward at Burnley? Maybe not. Would he have been told to maybe not be so gun-ho, potentially? And then you're taking away from his strongest part of his game. We all know Byron's strongest part of his game is defensively. So I think they got it right. There was no point in gambling on Monday and losing the game. It wouldn't have been too bad for us in terms of if Burnley had been 8th and 12 points behind us or whatever, it wouldn't have mattered if, because we drew, it's only a point. If we'd have got no points out of the game, it wouldn't have been end at will. It's only a points difference. It wouldn't have been end at will. But the fact Burnley had got 3 when they were right up his arse, that's what problem. That's what scared Farken, I think. But like I say, I don't want to talk about Burnley anymore. Most Burnley's team ever. So boring. 0-0 again. Junior Firpo today was at his best to play in a Leeds shirt. I hope he's staying until May. I will be glad. Yeah, no, I think he's staying, mate. I said if he didn't get no minutes today, that might mean he's going. But he started, played brilliantly, and now there's people saying sign him up for a new contract. It's mad, isn't it? When I've had a few people saying he's going to leave. I want him to leave and stuff in January, and now people are saying sign him up for next season. The only thing that can cock up our automatic is ourselves or the Irons. Yeah, they ain't doing that this season. They ain't doing that. We aren't messing this up. We are not messing this up. Andy Rowe, if Farker carries on breaking records, he may lay Bielsa's ghost to rest. Maybe. The man. Yeah, me. Nah. But nah, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. Rodon over the last couple of games been having some darting runs through. Mate, it's so quick, Gavin. It's so quick. So quick. When they break the lines, it's so good at getting back. And he's good at just dropping a shoulder and just pushing on. It looks like he's going to pass, drops a shoulder and just marauds through centre of midfield, doesn't he? So good at it. Very rarely does he lose ball. Always makes the right decision as well when he gets into their half. Paul Jones says, don't think the 49ers will be spending money after today's performance. Just hope we go injury free. I agree. Should they spend money? Yeah, they should. I always use this really lame analogy. Really lame. But I'm a little bit simple, which you probably all know. But like, if you get told your house is worth 250 grand, you're like, yeah, but I'm going to put a new kitchen in it. And he goes, no, listen to me. No matter what you do to it, it's going to be the same. Spend 10 grand on a new kitchen if you want, but you're only getting 250 grand. Why would you do your kitchen? You wouldn't do your kitchen, would you? So for me, the board, Farker will all believe we're going up. And this is what you're getting for going up. But if you want, you can spend 20 million to get there. But you're going to get there anyway. I think if that's how they're thinking, they may not push the envelope. They may not. I think they're still in for Archer. I really do. I think if they can get a loan with an option, that'd suit us to the ground because we don't have to buy him. But yeah, that might be a stickler. That might be a sticking point for me. The actual amount of money it's going to cost. Eddie was watching today, and he played versus Southampton. Yeah, he did, didn't he, mate? Penny for his thoughts. He'd have been absolutely beaming, won't he? He'll have been buzzing with that. Danny says, maybe I think we could struggle on Wednesday, and I think he will sit back a bit against. I don't, mate. I don't. I think you'd be daft now. You know, I think you'd be daft to go your next game after winning 7-0, go say, right, sit back, lads. I don't, Danny. I don't. I think it'll be a really entertaining game, this, because Coventry like to play football as well. And we saw what we've seen what Fat Frank's sides are like, Derby, and that they come at you. That'll be a good game, that, you know, Coventry. That won't be. I don't think they'll be sat feeling each other out. I genuinely expect, if I were a neutral, if I were a betting man, I'd probably say both teams to score, but I don't like backing another team to score against Leeds. I just don't. Because I always like to attempt to get the score right. So when I'm watching a game like today, when we went 4-0, I'm like, yeah, that'll do me. I said 4-0, but then obviously I wasn't bothered by full time. But I can't even cheer for a 3-1 because that means I want the other side to score. If we were 3-0, I'd probably like, I get 1-2, so I'm right with my prediction. I don't want that. So that's why I never tip a draw, and I never tip the other side to even score a goal. That's why it's always 3-4-0. That's what I say every Leeds game home and away, really. Watford about to change the manager, been really poor at home lately. Have lots of strong and quick attackers, so always dangerous. But if we're on it, we beat them comfortably. Yeah, like Adam, it's all about our levels, and if we're on it, there's nobody at this level that would beat us. Nobody, because our level is higher than everybody's in this division. We've seen it many times this season. Whenever we've dropped points, it's because we haven't been at it. Even if a side brings their best, if we bring our best, close to our best, we dispatch them easy. Gavin Paddy says, we don't want Rowe, no to Rowe. I'd have him. Depending on money. I'd have him. Paul says the bench we have is the strongest 4 years. When Largy, William, Mateo, Joseph come on, opponents was thinking hell's bells. More pace to come on after they've been ragged. Yeah, it's a cheat code, mate. It is an absolute cheat code. It feels not fair, to be fair, on the other side. I think Archer will be coming in 15 million if we go up. Yeah, 15 million's all right. I'd love Archer. I really would. I think he'd be sounding this team. Great option. I'm thinking more if it's 20 plus. I think 15's doable. It's only 15 million out of summer budget. I think just go get it done if it's only 15 million, mate. I do. I think if it's 20, 22, 23 upwards, I think you're asking a lot there. But if it's 15, yeah, just go get it done. Andy Rowe, after watching the highlights again various times, I got a lump in my throat with Nonno and Joseph on score sheet, very unlike me. Joseph, you know, apparently were crying. They all huddled around him. It was lovely, wasn't it? Like you say, when Nonto scored, great goal, by the way. What a run! That's a Willie Nonto of old. That's what we expect to see from Nonto. He can do that. Do it more. And yeah, I mean, you saw the subs. You saw the way they reacted. The whole team as a unit. They know we all know how big those goals are for them players. Like I said, you know, Joseph needed a goal. All I've heard is Joseph needs a goal to go on a run. Well, we'll see now, won't we? We'll see now, but he needed a goal. Nono needed a goal. So happy for him. So happy for him. The pressure mounts so much, doesn't it? You know, we're touching on Pitto and Aronson and stuff, you know. You start having 3 or 4 games where you haven't scored as a striker, 3 or 4 games where you've come up bench and not look likely like a Nonto. Joseph's been in and out of form all year. Really poor recently, I'd say, Joseph. The goals are always going. If the goals are dried up and you're not getting your goal, G&A as a striker or an attacking player, you know, people are always going to come for you. Don't matter how much running you do, and that's a great attribute he's got. He needed a goal, and it's such a Joseph goal as well. It wasn't the near post, but he's so good at that. They're the goals he'll lap up all day. He isn't a through-on goal you know, one-on-one with keeper, slotted past him sort of striker. He's running in, you know, beyond that last defender, far post, near post, getting in and smash it into goal. That's what he's good at. That's his job. So we need as wide players to get to byline and whip him in. We saw it against Hull. He scored that. We've seen it a few times this season, and obviously that today. Adam, I'd take that Gavin, but wouldn't want to get anyone else. He's not differential in the Premier League. I know. Paul says, would be nice if we got a couple of signings. You always worry about the injuries. International breaking match could be a nightmare for Leeds. Yeah, well, it could be. It will be, mate. It will be a nightmare, won't it? It will be. Coventry are 1 point ahead of us on current form. Win Wednesday, and that's a statement for me. Ooh, so they are doing really well, Cov, aren't they? They really are, but I always look at me, you know, people have been worrying about our next few games, and we've got Sheffield United coming up and Sunderland coming up, blah, blah, fucking blah. They've got Leeds United coming up. Coventry might be in good form, blah, blah, blah. They've got Leeds United coming up. That's what you've got to remember. Are we more bothered about playing Coventry than they are playing Leeds United? Nah, how the heck, man? How the heck? And Leeds United after just winning 7-0. Yes. Normally, I would say bring people in. Not sure we need to. When is the last time Leeds been under threat of losing? They've been cruise control for a month plus now. Burnley did nothing. I agree. I want them to, and I know you do, Michael. I aren't going to lose my head if they don't. I aren't going to. Last year, criminal last year that we just lost Spence and brought in lad from Burnley. Criminal. This year, I don't think it would be criminal. I don't. If it's not broken, why fix it? The secret on Monday was not to lose. Yep. As simple as that. Anyone that can't see it is deluded. I agree, mate. I agree. Did we want to see better performance? Did we want to see us go get 3 points? Of course we did. But it was. Just don't lose. Because them gaining 3 points on us were massive. It was massive. So don't lose. Beat Cardiff if you've done your job. Don't lose. Spank Cardiff back to Wales. My God, they've done their job. Burnley have the meanest defence in the night. 2 teams on. Yeah, mate, Paul, it's ridiculous, but it's so poor football, isn't it? It's so poor. It's great getting a 0-0 against Leeds United. It's crap getting a 0-0 today, though, isn't it, for them? Absolutely crap. Matt Sutherland, all right, bro. Hey up, Mark. What a win, my boy. What a win. Evening, Scooby. Yeah, that's fair, mate. Firpo's a wing-back. Byram is a full-back. Yeah, that is fair, mate. Firpo is a wing-back, a winger, a number 10, a striker, a Dominican Republic legend, icon, Leeds United icon. So buzzing, mate. Lampard will set Coventry up as not to lose against Leeds. He has no liking for Leeds, especially Leeds. Yeah, mate. He might try. I think it'll be an end-to-end game, me. Yeah, I think it'll be an end-to-end game. They're full of confidence. I don't see why you'd sit back. Their home team, they've won, what, five in a row? Why would you sit back against Leeds? Because for me, I know that I've said all season, that's a blueprint. Sit back, try and catch them on counter, blah, blah, blah. Nah. I think you've just got to go for it, me, now against Leeds, and do what Hull did. Stick it on us and see how you go. Because I genuinely think that we can break a low block down as well. Now I think the way we're playing, I think you could put 22 players in box and we'll still find a way. I really do. I know that we're different against Burnley, but Burnley are the top side in this division, believe it or not. I do think they'll give it a bit of a go. Will Coventry? I think I could see both teams scoring. I could see it being like a 3-1, a 4-1 Leeds, a 3-2. I could see it being a really entertaining game. Firpo still hasn't got atheism to be left back in the Premier League. For me, Premier League has the best footballers but best athletes as well. Yes, he does. I don't know what that word is there, Adam, mate. I don't know if you try to catch me out what, mate, because I can barely read as it is, but that's, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, for me, I don't know if he's a Premier League footballer, but I'm not going to harp on too much about that when he's just had an absolute worldly performance, pal. Evening all, just joined. Wow. I seen the 7-0 v Southampton 72 on the telly now. So 7-0, yeah, man. So good. As a 63-year-old. Wow, what a team. Yeah, mate. So good. So good. It's a day we'll remember for the rest of his lives. 7-0, it is. I know it's only 3 points, which Farker said in his post-match. It's 3 points regardless. It's still just 3 points. He can't get over. But we'll enjoy tonight, and we should revel in this now until we play on Wednesday. Because it's such a great moment. I'll remember that for the rest of my days. I trust Byram's defensive ability, but it's so good to have a left-footed fullback in. Yeah, mate, it is. It is, like I say, love him, mate, but that today from Firpo was just different gravy. It really was unbelievable what I was seeing at times. Thankfully, Melier Has made a couple of good saves. Hopefully that should help us go. Yeah, well, that's 4 games now without having a pit ball out of his net. 4 clean sheets. None of them before today, really. You can give him credit for, but it's still good confidence not having to pick the ball out in net. What I'll say is he made a few saves today, but I'd say he should make them. But one of them was a decent save, don't get me wrong. He come out a couple of times as well. He had a few moments today, so I get what you're saying. He definitely will get more confidence out of saving shots. There were a couple on target today, so he had to keep switched on. But yeah, it's more the outfield collective that have got him these 4 clean sheets on the bounce. But today was the first time he's really had to chip in and do a little bit. Not much, but a bit. And to stay switched on when you're only getting a couple of moments in 90 minutes is brilliant. So even Melier gets some flowers from me today. If Solomon's next level, blah, 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 then surely Mickey Mouse is in with a shot of winning the Ballon. Getting old Scooby, lad. Has that seaside air got to you, mate? I think Daniel will rotate the squad a little bit in the FA Cup. I would definitely rest players and don't risk the slice of Manor, Dan James, Joe Roden. Yeah, I think so. I think we can rest some players, rotate some of those bench players on, your Nontos, your Ramazanis, etc. Your Josephs can all play. Maybe Schmidt, we'll have to see. Plenty of Vobers back fit. There's plenty of options, mate, without really weakening yourself too much for a home game against Millwall. We'll be fine. Richard out, mate. Do not wait 50 years for the next 7-0. Let's do Fat Franco. Oh, mate, I'd love that. Imagine. PSFA up, pal. Great result. I think the players wanted to prove how good they are after the Burnley result. I agree. I hope fans stop criticising the players, because if Farker lets the players express themselves, we dominate. Yeah, that's what you saw today. You saw every player in the groove, in the pomp, and they were just all relentless. You could see literally players today just wanted as many goals as they could possibly get. They weren't asked about taking the foot off at gas, a little bit for staff, but they just thought, sorry, let's just go for it. And it was literally just a wave after wave after wave of attack. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Michael Middlesbrough are also in for Archer, who used to play for them. Also, they're the funds from the Latte last. Where's Latte gone anyway, please? I seen he'd gone, but I don't know where he's gone. Has he gone abroad? But yeah, 100% he could go to Middlesbrough. I mean, they've just signed him from Plymouth. So yeah, I could definitely see him going there, 100%. I had too sure we get him now, you know. I really are. Yeah, Russ, I did. Do you notice Matteo getting emotional? Yeah, I did, mate. Everyone got round him. It looked like when he scored, he didn't want to make a fuss and he tried pushing people off. And then when they all sort of grabbed him, I think that was because, you know, it's like when you feel emotional, you don't want people touching you, because as soon as you get an arm around you, you start bubbling. So I think that's what it was. And as soon as I sort of huddled him, yeah, I think he let a little tear out, mate. And fair play. It means a lot to him. You know, he's a very headstrong lad him for such a young age. I think he's had a lot of pressure on his shoulders. You know, to have that 9 shirt at Leeds United is huge. And then to lose it, it's probably even bigger than getting it originally, and try to fight back for that position. He's had that shirt, you know, it's to and fro between the two of them all season, and he hasn't got nowhere near the G&A, the goals, especially what he should have for the minutes he's played. And it's just a overwhelming relief for him, innit, to get that goal today, and I'm so happy for him. If you'd wanted to pick some goal scorers today to get on goal sheet, you know, score sheet, it would have been him, it would have been Nonto, it would have been Pino, it would have been Aronson, you know, and then you've got Dan James and Solomon doing what they do. Can I just say Tanaka as well? What a player. Tanaka, unbelievable today. Unbelievable. If that had been a 2-3-4-0, he'd have got man of match for me, but because there's so many goals, there's so many assists by people, and people with more goals, you know, like Pino getting 2 goals, it's hard to give Tanaka it. But if it had been a couple of goals win, Tanaka would have, you know, he stood out a mile today, did Tanaka. He looked back like he did maybe a month or so ago when he was winning the man of match every game. That road on tackle for the all-important 3rd goal, brilliant. Brilliant, Gavin. Great spot as well, brilliant. Can't underestimate, there were so many like assists to the assists and moments before the assist led to the goal today. There were loads of little bits and pieces in between. Scooby buzzing for Joseph, well deserved. I think he's mustard. Yeah, well, I did. He's still got a little bit more proof for me, mate, but I think there's a player there and I really want it to be at Leeds United. I really do. I'm late tonight. We was absolutely fantastic today. Tom Walton, hey up, mate, thanks for dropping in. Archer will come on loan till end of season. Then they want him back, no option to buy. That's what I'd like. And if we like him and we want him, they come down, we go up, and then we pay it if we need to pay it. I just don't want it to be we have to pay it, because if he comes and he ain't that good, which I think he will be, but if he isn't, then we've got to pay it. You're taking a big chunk out of your summer budget there for a play we probably don't need anyway. Winning the ball back, tenacious. made a difference. Also, for provided effective with. Yeah, he did miss the firing out 100%. But you can just see the eagerness from every player. Every single player won the duels, won the battles. They were just tenacious all over the pitch, 100 mile an hour. It was unbelievable. It was actually unbelievable. I couldn't believe what we're seeing at times. It's been so long since I've seen him play like that for such a long period of time in game. You know, it's good when opponents are playing on a Monday night after we have had an outstanding result. It's usually Sky puts on. Yeah, it's Sunderland, isn't it, on Monday? Who put the ball in the net? Who put the ball in Cardiff? How the fucking team did. I love that chant. It was class. It was class, that. I don't think Lampard has the imagination to beat Leeds. No, I don't, mate. I don't. Hit a like and subscribe, please. Cheers, Mark. Yeah, please smash a like. Please subscribe if you're new here. And if you're not new here and you haven't subscribed before, what are you doing? Please subscribe. Please like the video. Andy wrote, in fairness, Melier hasn't been tested as yet. No, there's still time for a few more anomalies with Melier. Yeah, there is, pal. There is. Mark Sutherland, Latte's gone to Atlanta. Ooh, nice little move for him. How much did he go for? I should have asked that first time round, shouldn't I? Goes to show you what available. Goes to show you what available all along, doesn't it? Victory over Coventry will put Leeds 5 clear of the Blades as they don't play until the weekend as Leeds play in there. Right. So that'd be nice. Be nice to get a bit of a buffer with a game in hand, obviously, on them. And then, like I say, it's all right having a game in hand, sorry, on us. But you've got to get the points, haven't you? I'd rather have the points than the games in hand, if you get me. We've been in that position before. It's really nice when you get to a stage of season when things like that start happening. You know, sometimes mentality-wise, playing first, playing last, playing a week before and people having games in hand, it brings a whole new sort of pressure to these big moments come end of season. So, yeah, being 5 points clear, they have a game in hand. You think, yeah, they'll win that, but not necessarily. Seeing that gap, seeing that 5 points, so we need to win that game. Massive. So I like that, mate. That's put a different spin on it as well. I wonder if the player stepped up to prove to Farker that we don't need John. But yeah, honestly, things like that will happen. Things like that will happen. You know, but I'm sure they've been trying to do it every game. They go out every game to do it. But when it clicks like that, it's an easy thing to suggest, mate, 100%. Like, when you look at the players who scored today, played well today, your Aronsons, your Piros, that's the position we've been talking about for the last 3 or 4 days, isn't it? A 9/10. That's Archer. It's common knowledge. We're in for Archer. It's common knowledge Leeds put a bid in. That's true. In the position, you know, of Aronson and Pirro and Joseph, and they all scored. They all scored and all played well. So yeah, it will have been in the mind. Worst travesty today. JT missed the first goal on the cut-off on his watch along at 6-0. JT, yeah, I know, mate. I know. Could have been 8, couldn't it, as well, if it wouldn't have been offside. Pirro's through ball from his own half of the EJ's first goal. Mate, we're class. Absolutely class ball, that. Class. Justin, I'm loving this confidence. Can see another 3 or 4-0 on Wednesday. They're shocking. Mate, well, apparently they've won 5 in a row, mate. Justin. And I would have just said they're shocking as well because it's got Frank Lampard in charge, but apparently they've won 5 in a row. Apparently they're above us by a point in form table. So they're actually not shocking currently, Justin, which I'm shocked about, but I think we score 3. I do. I think we score 3. I said 2-1 yesterday, but after that, I think I'm going to go 3-0 for that. Hard to pick one man of the match today, but I'm going Dan James because he was involved in all of the... Well, let's put it this way, yeah? He got 2 assists, did Dan James, 2 assists. Won the penalty. I'm giving him 3 assists. I know it's not an official assist, but wins penalty, scores a goal, has a goal disallowed for being offside. I mean, come on. How do you not win man a match? Latte Lacoste Atlanta, 22.5 million. No, Leeds would have paid that. Yep, that's why we didn't get him then, didn't it, pal? Evening all, our stripper. Michael, the Blades will have Portsmouth at home next weekend, and Hamer will be available for them after his 2-match ban. Yeah, honestly, I know it's weird to say, but I'm not asked what anybody else does me. I really are. I think we keep winning. These other teams will drop points. They will. 7-0 is a statement, and we have put down a marker to everyone in the Championship, including Burnley and Sheffield United. Burnley cannot score 1 goal, never mind 7. Yeah, they can't. They'll be knackered if they start conceding one, because if they conceded a goal, they ain't got 2 goals in them, Burnley. So they need that big fat zero next to the opposition name. Otherwise, they won't get a point, won't get a single point. Kevin James Lattilla's still not done on his end. I think he's waiting for the bigger team to come in. Oh, has he not actually left them? Coventry are 3 points off from the playoff places. Yeah, they might get there now if they're in form like that. 5 wins in a row in this division's bloody hard to do. Even when you Leeds United, which we've got to win 5 on bounce, usually a draw in there somewhere. Burnley look like they're getting Marcus Edwards from Sporting. Yeah, looks a very good player, a bit like Rutter from what I saw in his highlight reel. Burnley need that sort of player. Yeah, I'm not too sure how good he is. I know he's a biggish name, but he's going to find it very boring playing there, isn't he? Did Aronson's goal go between 2 players or the defenders over? I think it went between 2 players. I think it went before 2 players. Even Aronson couldn't miss that one. He ain't got the best shot on him, but even he could miss that one. Cov, no to be scared of. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Richard, Burnley are going to draw their way to the playoffs. Yeah, they are. For me, they're going to end up in playoffs in bad form, but being really good defensively probably is enough for playoffs, isn't it? You can go through winning a couple of penalties. You can go up, can't you, winning a penalty shootout and stuff like that. So I can imagine them maybe just shithousing the way into Premier League potentially. I hope this has given Farker the confidence to leave the shackles off. Yeah, well, they need to, because it's the only thing holding Leeds back now, isn't it? Like, we've just seen what they can do when they just play with freedom. And I don't want to have this notion that Farker let them play today, and Farker doesn't normally let them play. I don't know if it's a mixture of 2. I don't know if there's certain games Farker tells them, calm down. I don't know if he attempted it in this front place and F off, we're doing what we want. I don't really know the answer to that, but it's definitely you can see it. You can see it in games, and you saw it a little bit in that first half today. You know, we get 2 up and we do ease off. I mean, Dan James said it in his post-match for LUTV as well, that we tend to just ease off a little bit when we're 2 or 3 up. You know, I don't know why that is, if I'm honest. It could be a mixture of players, it could be a mixture of manager as well, but it was nice to see him just, you know, absolutely pulverise a side for 90 minutes today. It was class. It was class. I wonder if Parker's celebrating no clean sheet tonight. Yeah, 100% he ain't had him. No way is he celebrating that tonight. Anyone got any binoculars? I need to go watch Coventry on Monday night. Yeah, man. Richard, Butter Squad will be interesting to see on Monday night. Is the deadline 11 p.m. on Monday? I think it is, mate, yeah. Burnley won't win the playoffs with draws. I mean, I don't think... I ain't too sure. I think they could. Don't think that's wild to suggest. They could win playoffs easily. You know, over 2 legs, they could shit ours away up, mate. But I aren't really bothered, to be fair. I think what's going to happen is we're going to finish top at league. Us and Sheffield United are going to go up. That's what I predict. And then we'll put our feet up and just watch the rest of them just fight it out. And usually it's someone who sneaks in form, in it. Unless Burnley turn it round, I could see them struggling, because their form, for me, the way they play is quite turgid in it. So someone needs to give if they are going to go up. But they could definitely. They say defence wins titles and all that. You do need to score as well along the way, which is really poor at. But I could definitely see Burnley, you know, going up over 2 legs, winning 1-0, and then winning a penalty shootout at fucking Wembley. I could see it. I could definitely see it. But I don't really think they deserve to go up, if I'm honest. They haven't got the balance right. Like I said a few times, Leeds are the only side in that top 4 that have got the balance right. So good going forward. So good defensively. Our defensive record is so good. I think we only conceded like 6 goals or something like last, 14, 15 games or something. Our defence is so good. It's just because Burnley's is an anomaly, a bit like last season's table war. You know, it's so out there is their record. It makes ours not look so good. Or we conceded 19 in 30 games. They've conceded 9. So it really makes ours look a lot poorer, 10 more than them. It's scandalous. That's how good their defence is. We keep clean sheets most weeks, yet we've conceded 10 goals more than Burnley. That's mental. Andy says, I feel for the Ipswich losing today. Looks like all 3 teams that went up will come back down. Maybe. I don't care. I don't care, mate. But yeah, potentially. Farker says the result doesn't change his transfer stance. Well, that's good to hear. Good to hear. They weren't going to sign anyone anyway, Gavin. Yeah, we'll have to see. How the heck has David Moyes turned Everton look around? Some people just do, mate. Some people have just, you know, it's just meant to be. And yeah, we might say he's a poor manager. He's a very defensive manager. He's a bit of a dinosaur of the game, he is. But some fits are just good out there, and he'll probably just do enough. They win 4-0 today. Brilliant. He's not going to make it into world beaters for me, but he'll do enough to turn them from relegation fodder into, you know, consolidated, decent Premier League level side, mid-table side again. We're unlucky not to see Everton down on with these last few years. They've done really well to ride that negative wave they've been on and stay up. I can't actually believe with the last 5 years Everton never went down once. It's pissing me off. Let's not talk about it. CB, Burnley would stink the Premier League out if they play it. Mate, they'd be awful. They would be awful. I've seen someone say this earlier, Pierre. I don't think that's right. I think Joe said 3 in the last 15. That's not right though. We conceded 3 against Hull. We conceded 1 against Blackburn. We conceded 3 against Swansea, and they were all in the last 15 games. I counted 9, 7 might have been 7. Think about it. We conceded 3 at Hull, 100%. Blackburn, that would have won all draw. That's 4. We've conceded a lot more than 3 in the last 15. I think it's 6 or 7 or 8 maybe. But yeah, I seen Joe say that on his match reaction. It's not right. Diggler, Moyes dropped Harrison. Coincidence that Everton now are doing well. Well, score 4 goals. You know, they haven't been doing that with Harrison playing, have they? But yeah, let's back on to our goals. Solomon goal. Absolutely mint. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And Swansea as well. I think Swansea weren't more than 15 games ago. I think it was about 14 games ago. But yeah, that Solomon goal. I absolutely love it. It's like FIFA goals. You know those annoying FIFA goals when you play. I ain't even a gamer, but I just know in general over years, you get played for 1 goal and you just tap it across box for your mate to tap it in. How many goals like that do we do today? So good. So good. Like Solomon just following up there, 30 minutes in with 2-0 up, cruising. Like Solomon just, I know a lot of people say, Doug, it's actually a loan place, and we do it every year. We need to sign, we did it with Rodon, we said it with Ben White. Like, I love Solomon in Premier, you know, and I know some people say, oh, there's better, but I ain't even bothered if, I've heard people say he's worth 10 million, or they've said 10 million, even if he were 25. Like, I think Solomon's so good. It's just his injury level, innit? You don't know how many injuries he's going to pick up in a season, how long he can stay injury free. That's the big worry with Solomon. But I absolutely love Solomon, you know. Love him. So good. I mean, today, well, one of his quieter games, he got outshone by a few players. He wasn't bad at all. It was great, but he probably got outshone by a few other players. Your Pinos and your James and your Firpos were probably standouts for me. And Tanaka, I thought, honestly, Tanaka, what a player. But yeah, look at the penalty as well. Like, had a shot, Dan James following it in again like he does. It was a weird one. I've watched it back loads of times. It was a weird sort of fall. He definitely got clipped, but it was hard to see where I was in stadium if it won a penalty. But I looked back and it was definitely a pen clipped back of his heels. It was so nice to get a penalty as well and not a Bamford on pitch. Just for him to do that shithouse thing when he holds ball, and you know he's not going to take it. Even keeper knows he's not going to take it. Just holds ball like his big man. You just think, Patrick, just hand it over to Pino or Strauch. But you have to be Pino when you look Strauch on bench. No Bamford in sight. Yeah, Pino. You just know he's going to do such a nice finish by Pino. So nice. Rumour has it that Jack Harrison is returning back to Leeds as Everton may look to cancel his contract. He is not a first team regular during his last period of Dyson now, Moyes. Yeah, well, I assume they are doing it in the next couple of days. He'll be coming back in summer, won't he? And we'll move him on again. Can you envisage Bamford playing if fully fit, if Leeds get automatic with 6 games remaining? No, Andy, I can't. What I will say is, a fully fit Bamford, his attributes, a fully fit Bamford of old would be great in this side. But a fully fit Bamford now, fully fit, isn't the Bamford of old. He's 4 years on, 3 or 4 injuries on. He ain't the same player. So no, if he were fully fit, I wouldn't have him anywhere near side still, mate. I wouldn't even have him on bench, mate. I wouldn't. We have conceded 10 in the last 15 games. I think, yeah, Duncan, I've seen Joe say it on his match reaction, and they all agreed. I think Evie and everyone sort of touched on it and said, yeah, it's right. I knew it was wild, that, because I knew we conceded just 3 in the whole game. So I knew it was more than that. Adam says conceded 19, but 9 of those in 3 games. Yeah, we have a better XG. Yeah, no, that's right, innit? Swansea, Hull, Portsmouth, 3 of them games we conceded 3 goals, which is so unlike us. So unlike us. You know, Portsmouth, if we played them at Motherwell, we would nil them. You know, Hull, a bit of an anomaly, a weird one. The Swansea one, bizarre again. A couple of bizarre performances in there that have took us up to 19. When really, you know, you could knock probably 5 or 6 of them off, and you know, and win by 0 or win to maybe 1 or 2 goals in those games, because they are bizarre results when you actually look at them. They're not top sides that have put 3 past us. Really, really strange. But first game of the season, caught goal by Portsmouth, Hull and Swansea, strange games away from home. But yeah, could be 15 if you count the FA Cup game. Yeah, I thought Hull lost today. Don't know. Michael, even if Solomon gets injured, Largy is not a bad replacement there. And before his injury last Watford, before he got injured, Largy Ramazani, I was saying it was like the second coming. Like, before he got injured, there were people saying they wanted Solomon to go back alone, back to Tottenham in January, in November. And Large Ramazani were on fire before he got injured. On fire. That Watford game, he scored that goal where keeper sort of threw it in his net, gets injured, and then he's out of sight, out of mind a little bit. You know, he's got a good player. Solomon comes in, turns it on. Mate, Ramazani is all as good as Solomon. He's so good. He could even be a better player than Solomon in future. Like, Ramazani is unreal talent. But Solomon, he just took him a while to get going, and now he's just absolutely flying into it. But what an option, you know. Large Ramazani, he'll be hungry to get inside, but he ain't thick. He'll look at Solomon in training. He'll know how good Solomon is. He'll know what his job, how hard his job is to get in that side. My main thing is, if I'd been Ramazani, I'd have been pushing, hoping I get a chance in 10, because I think he can play in 10. But it don't look like that's ever going to happen. And Aronson today was superb today, Aronson. What a performance. Sorry, and we know Dan James' secret from Firpo. Put it on the back post. Yeah. He said that the name always going to be running that back post. Put it there and I'll get there. And like he said, I've got to make those runs 6, 7, 8 times a game. I might not get it, but I know eventually I will. And that's the sign of a good player. Great player. You keep making them runs, and so many times it's for nothing. It's for nothing that ball don't come in. But that one time it does, you've still got to gamble. You've still got to be there. And that's why he's getting his numbers. So he's turning up for everything. You see Dan James all the time, holding his run. Then he goes. He's always looking to get him behind. Always. Richard, 7 goals is correct. Matty goes back to Millwall away. Yeah, I thought so, mate. I thought so, buddy. You see, I'm not as daft as I am cabbage looking. Is that right? Green as I am cabbage looking. One of them, anyway. Do you think we're making the signs this window? I think if we do, it's 1. I think it's 1. I still aren't ruling out Archer. I just don't think they're going to panic buy. I think they'll have 1 or 2 in mind, and if it doesn't materialise, they won't give a shit for me. And this today will adjust stronger my opinion that'll be the right way. I don't think it's imperative we get someone. I don't. If it slams shut and Pinto were injured, and you've only got Joseph and Bamford to rely on when Bamford's back, I'd be shitting myself. If Aronson got injured, I still believe there's people who can play there. But if Aronson got injured, yeah, it'd be hard. I think anywhere else we've got cover. Even losing Strauch again, Ampadu can play there. Voba's back again. I think we're all right. Yeah, centre back 10, 9. I'd love cover. I would, but I don't think they're gonna go out there and get more than 1 if indeed any. So it's hard to say. I think they'll try and get 1. They'll try and get 1, but whether it happens or not, I'm not sure. Wasn't the question Leeds conceded 3 goals in 15 games? Wasn't the question Leeds conceded 3 goals in 15 matches? Yeah, but we haven't, have we? Conceded more. A lot more. Our defence doesn't get the credit it deserves because of their keeper. Yeah, Darren. Yeah, that's a fair point, Darren. Can't disagree with you there, buddy. Michael, Matty, would you say this Leeds team is better than the team that Bielsa took? Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, it is. 100% better. These would slap that team up. Not a better manager, though. But yeah, individually, man for man, there's only Pablo, probably, who's better. People will say Bamford when we went up was better than Pinto. Maybe, like I just sort of said then, maybe Bamford that season's better. Maybe. And I don't like saying that. It makes me cringe. Pablo, would I take Calvin over Tanaka? Nah. Coops over Strout? No. White over Rodon? Nah, I won't, but that's an argument. Nah. Harrison? Nah. Yeah, no, mate. Just Pablo for me. Pablo's only 1 over Aronson. Yeah, I think this side's way better. Just a manager. But imagine what Bielsa would have done with this side. We saw today a really fit, energetic, side there who were just relentless. Like, and that's what Bielsa played like all the time. Like our biggest bugbear of this side is how pragmatic we are at times, and how negative it can be at times in terms of let's not lose the game. And like when we play all out attack, look at the quality we've got there. Look at the actual quality, unbelievable level. Bogle was stand out, but another solid performance. Love it. Wasn't. Yeah, he won't stand out today because there was 4 or 5 actual standouts. Bogle were really good again though. He just got outdone by Firpo today, didn't he? But what you'll find is he might not shine as much going forward now if Firpo's playing, just because we saw last season Archie great right back, Firpo left back. They couldn't both bomb on. He didn't want them both to bomb on. You know, Archie maybe couldn't get back as quick. Archie stayed back, tucked in. It all went down Firpo's side. He provided the width. We were so obviously going down left-hand side, Firpo and Somerville. It was so obvious. We very rarely went down right-hand side. Because, like I say, Archie didn't want to overlap, didn't want to underlap it. He liked his... Very rarely did he get forward that much, Archie. This season, you've had Bogle on right and you've had Byram on left. Byram does get forward, he does, but nowhere near like Firpo. So you've seen us naturally, you know, give Bogle more at ball. Bogle and James down right. Bogle's been given that license to bomb up. Bit of a free roll up and down there because he can do that. Byram's been the one sort of sitting back, tucking in, you know, creating an extra midfielder at times. When you've got them both playing, wow. Like, this is something we've not seen for large periods of time due to injuries and stuff. But if you could have the next 16 games of these two being fully fit, bit of rotation, Byram's always going to only be a game or so away from getting a game in. He's never going to go 3, 4, 5 games for injury, suspensions, just general amount of games in 3 games in a week. Byram will always fill in and always have a game every 2 or 3 games for me. He always will, as long as he's not injured. But you look at it and go, if Firpo and Byram, Firpo and Bogle are playing, the threat's just massive. But I kind of feel like because the play today and Firpo plays so well, Bogle just got outshone. They went a lot more down that left-hand side, and Bogle and did just an 8 out of 10, probably just not a 9 or 10 out of 10 like he's been last few weeks, because he has been outstanding, Bogle. He's been best player bar Solomon, hasn't he, for the last 2 months. We've scored 42 on because he's 7 goals at Elland Road. Yeah, Paul, it's scandalous, mate. His Elland Road form's just, it's filthy. It's absolutely filthy. First thing I do when I get in is get in the shower because I feel dead filthy. Andy Rowe, Archie Monday, he wasn't. Yeah, we said that today, mate, when we saw it line up for Southampton. We actually checked it today while we were in Peacock. Had a quick look at Southampton's lineup. Apparently, he had a slight groin strain. Yeah, of course he has. He's 4 conceded in 10 games. Hull, Blackburn with 8 clean sheets. Yeah, 8 clean sheets. Nuts that. 8 clean sheets in 10 games. And we're still 10 goals in front of Burnley. Pierre, if we make 3 signings from the current bench mates, who from the current bench mates were? So difficult, mate. So difficult. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I really couldn't. I know usually you've got Schmidt on bench, you've got Bamford on bench, but they ain't even on bench today. I couldn't even tell you who would drop off bench. No idea. Not my job. Don't care. Don't ask me again. La 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 la. Just sign some players. We won't make 3 signings anyway, mate. I think if we're 1 signing, there's always an injury. It's always an injury, mate. Whenever we have a dilemma, how's this going to play? How we going? There's always an injury crop up or something all the time. Jaden Bogle is class. I like him. He's got better. But yeah, I didn't rate him first 5-6 games of the season. Didn't really like him. Defensively, thought he was really bad. Last 2 months, like I say, bar Solomon. Him and Solomon's form's just gone through the roof. They've been our best 2 players since start of December for me. Dan James was badly treated by Jesse Marsh regime when he was offloaded to Fulham, yeah, on loan. He didn't moan. Thank God Fulham didn't make the option to sign him. Farker's given, yeah, massively, mate. I know what I love about Dan James as well, because I'm a massive Bielsa fan. Love Bielsa. Is God to me. We're starting to see now what Bielsa saw, what Bielsa would have done with him had he had the right players and didn't have to play him up top and stuff like that. Like what the talent he's always known he had, and I'm so happy because it's like a little bit of that Marcelo like gold dust is still there. And I watch James now and I think that's what he saw in him. That's what he wanted. And James is just unreal, mate. What a player. And yeah, we treat him like absolute shite. Absolute shite. I can't believe we let him go on loan at Fulham. I actually can't believe it. He went on bench for them. People will say now he can't do it in Prem. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. We'll see next season if he can do it in Premier League. I, for one, think he can. I'm going to back him. I'm going to go with my heart over my head, maybe. And I'm going to back him and say he can do it in Prem. Is he going to get these numbers? Probably not. None of these players will get these numbers in Prem because we aren't going to be the top of the table or we aren't going to be winning every week. But can he be an effective player for us in Prem as a side battling relegation, as a side trying to stay up and consolidate? Yeah, he can. I see we are linked with Edward Sprayston. He's a 10. Spurs. I don't like those names when I can't pronounce them. But yeah, I've never heard of him, pal. Never heard of him. Phillips, White, Dallas, Ayling, Click weren't bad. Plus Bamford 5 years ago. Oh, mate, they were all decent, mate. I love Dallas. All decent. But Tanaka's better than Phillips. Rodon over White. 50-50. Dallas, where were he playing? Left back, Firpo, and I love Dallas. Ayling over Bogle. Probably not. Click, brilliant. Yeah, maybe Click over Rothwell, say. But really, when I look at it, Pablo's the only one that stands out for me. But I love that team. Obviously, I absolutely love that team. Best moment of my life. I will tell you something. Lamptey for Ajax for 1.5. Wow, great signing. Lamptey to Ajax. Is that Lamptey from Brighton? Tyreek Lamptey gone to Ajax for 1.5 mil. Mate, a couple of years ago, he went absolutely rapid on that right back. Is that what you're on about, Gavin? That's ridiculous, mate. Where's he fallen? How's he fallen so low? Adam Ware, Gavin, he's a very, very good player for Championship. That's nuts, that. When Strauch is back, who partners Ampadu? Rothwell Tanaka, mate. That's what we'll see for end of season. We'll end the season with Ampadu and Tanaka in there. 100%. Gruever and Rothwell on bench, which are great options. Who drops from the bench if Archer signs, given that Bamford is out? You're asking me some hard questions here, mate. All I'll say is there'll be an injury. There always is. But I couldn't tell you, mate. It's too much of a difficult question, that, innit? Let's be fair. It really is. It's so difficult to say who you drop because nobody's droppable at the minute. I couldn't name anyone on that bench who I saw warming up today. I would say, yeah, drop him out. I couldn't call it. But there'll be an injury. There'll be a knock. There'll be a suspension. There'll be something. Richard, it was international break in March that buggered us last year. Yeah, that's why we need a bit of help. Yeah, Richard, 100%. Say it's not my money. Go spend it. I couldn't care less. I'm just sort of arguing points that why I think that they might not, and that'll be why. Because I think they'll think we're up, which is a dangerous place to be, really. But let's be fair, we probably all, apart from having that Leedsy thing, oh yeah, but we fuck it up. Let's be fair. After that, how can you not say we're going to go up? You've seen who's 3 go up. Who's going to be third one if it's who's next? If it isn't us, Sheffield United, then who? You're tipping. Who's going to tip Sunderland or Burnley finish above us? So we all think we're going up. Don't care what anyone. Even more cynical fan will still think we'll go up. David Parsons, hope we get Solomon on permanent. I do, mate. I love him. Total respect to Dan James. Never complained about going out on loan. Came back side before self every time. He's the epitome of side before self, mate. He really is. And he's finally got a song. Last year he got the love of fans. You could see it. This year he's took it to a whole new level. Like, these fans now think he's best player we've got in our side. There's genuine people that think that. He's probably played it year for me. I know Tanaka got a lot of man of matches, but right now, if season ended today, I would give Dan James player of the year for me. I think he's been outstanding. Just imagine what Bielsa might have achieved with his squad, given the backing of the 49ers and Red Bull. He never had that with the previous regime. Yeah, he's always had to squeeze every, drop of talent out of every side he's ever had. With this side now, mate, we'd have been. We talk about that gap. We'd have had a gap with Bielsa. We'd have conceded more than 19 goals, though, but we'd have probably scored 20 goals more than we've got. Yeah, it's mad, that, Gavin. Yeah, Lamptey played today for Brighton, got sold out by his fellow defenders at Forest. It's mad, that. Andy Rowe. Is the international break for friendlies or qualifications as Farker worked out as safeguarding contingency plans? Michael, would you stick with Farker should Leeds gain promotion? He couldn't keep Norwich up twice in the Premier League, granted that Norwich never really backed him. If we get promoted in the autos, Michael, and the sack Farker before the ball's kicked, I'll lose all respect for the owners of my football club. If we drop from top position into second position, into third position or fourth position, and we win the playoffs, which would go down as probably the best moment of my life. I went to Wembley and we lost. I was the last Leeds fan sat in the stadium. I took it all in. The hurt, the joys, the lows, the highs, everything. Take it all in. It would be the best moment ever to go up that way. It would. But if we dropped into the playoffs and went up by the playoffs, I would maybe say sack him, because some seriously shit's happened for us to lose from where we are now to end up in a playoff side. Irrespective of going up or not, we finish in top 2 and they sack him, I'd be fuming. I can't lie. The way we're playing now, we are going to go up in the top 2. We are going to win the league. If he isn't there, come that first game in Premier League, I will be raging. I won't lie. Do I think he should be on a tight leash? Yeah, I do. Do I think he should be backed? Yes, he should. You back him. You give him the players he needs. You don't have to go spend 25, 30 million pound on every single player. Got Tanaka for 3.5 million. I'm sure he can make a step up. They're going to have to sign a few players that are 25, 30, 40 million, I would imagine. But, they're going to have to bring in 6 or 7 players. But they need to back him because you can't have him there and not back him because it's not fair. It's not fair because then it's on board. It's not on Farker for me. I feel like the way we play football under Farker is very Premier League ready. It's just the quality of the players at that level. Are they good enough to stay up? I don't know. I really don't. I think we've got a really good foundation there. But if we go up, when we go up in the top 2, you've got to play. You've got to keep him. You can't do someone dirty like that. You can't. You've got to reward people for doing well in life. You've got to, in all walks of life. You've got to. Gavin James. Oh gosh. I've just seen the Championship of the week. It contains 11 Leeds players. Yeah. Fingers crossed for Borough win on Monday. Yeah, you know what? It's heart bothered. Like, yeah, I'll be cheering Borough on over Sunderland. I will. I'd rather Sunderland come up with us, to be honest, like about the rest of them. And my good friend Wayne's a Sunderland fan. But, yeah, I understand it. You cheer Borough on, don't you? Want them to win. But do we really think Borough are going to finish above Leeds anyway? I know it's creating that bigger gap. Honestly, I don't look at the results. I come on here sometimes, I think I should have had a quick look. People talk about Premier League games. I don't even look at it. And I'm a massive football fan. But Leeds take up almost every little crevice of my brain cells. Just Leeds. And then I've got work and my family as well in there somewhere, I think. Today, I don't think there's out in there bar 7-0. But, yeah, I haven't got no more room for other results and other teams. I literally couldn't care less. Dan James, a Leeds United supporter. Is that true, that? Is that true? I love that. He plays like he is. I just seen the Championship of the week. It's 11 Leeds players. Yeah, it should be, mate. It should be, really, shouldn't it? You watch it. We'll see. We'll actually see it, mate, and there'll be 2 in there or something. There'll be 2 players. Can you imagine Steve Gerrard and Wayne Rooney as his number 2 for Leeds when they sack Farker? I can, yeah. I can. Darren says just pretty much take Sunderland out of the... Yeah, it does. I don't see him being in autos anyway. I don't. I see him being a dark horse at playoffs. I do, but I don't see him being in autos. But yeah, I understand. Like it knocks him out of that running, doesn't it? You want to create that gap as soon as you can. So cheering Borough on, I understand that. But yeah, I mean, if it was Sheffield United playing on Monday, I'd probably be more, wary of that game and that result than I am Sunderland. But yeah. Borough now leading the race for Iniacho. Yeah, and I think Iniacho, people say he's injury prone, which he is. But if he's fit, he'd do a job in Championship. He could get Borough some goals there. 100%. It'd be a decent signing for Leeds. If it were just a loan, I'd take Iniacho. If it were just a loan, no obligation till the end of the season, which I think might be what Leeds are looking at in terms of whoever we get up top. It's just they don't want to have to pay the money. We saw with JKA stuff, and I know that's a bigger issue there, more money and all that. But I feel like they won't want to nail the colours to mast on anyone really, just in case they aren't good enough for Prem. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. To be honest, I'm absolutely buzzing. I feel knackered, but honestly, I guarantee you I'll be staring at that ceiling until 4 or 5 in the morning. I will be staring at that ceiling until 4 or 5 in the morning. And about 4 or 5 in the morning, there'll be when kids come in, because honestly, we don't get a wink, me and our lass. What was it this morning? This morning, our Jonah woke me up at 3 o'clock this morning. He'd ran downstairs, grabbed his tablet, comes bursting in my bedroom at 3 o'clock this morning. Morning, Daddy! 3 o'clock this morning. Mad, get back to bed. So I'm knackered, but I won't be asleep. Yep, Dan James said from a young age he was always supported Leeds. I believe his dad is also a Leeds supporter. He said he was gutted that Swansea pulled the plug. Yeah, well, honestly, I've watched that moment on that documentary so many times. You could see it was devastated. Just want to say how good your show was with the Burley Bags. Hey, Richard, how much of a good guy is Andy? I absolutely loved it. Anybody who's on here who hasn't seen it, because I understand with content, it's quite sad actually. You put all this time and effort and it's so much fun though in doing content. But when it's content like this, it's only really relatable or watchable until the next game, innit? You do a review like why would you go back and watch a review of a game or a video that's come out before the next game? So I sort of understand every video when you do content like this as a shelf life really of until the next game. But the Burley Banksy one, it don't really matter when you watch it. It's more just chatting about his life and Leeds United, the past and the history of Leeds United. And how it feels to be a Leeds fan, being from Leeds as well, and how it feels just the city around the Bielsa moment. So thanks for that, Richard. I really enjoyed it. He loved it as well. I've had a bit of, messages back and forth. I think I've even got my number saved in his phone now, which is quite nice. I'm still waiting on him to text me though. I did say we're going to text me, but he hadn't. Lighting bugger. But yeah, watch that Burley Banksy one. Such a good guy. Really, really enjoyed it. Sort of proved to myself a little bit because I was right nervous about that one. I really like getting me on head, and it showed that I can actually do it. Like ask questions, and because I'm really good at speaking to chat, I think, and waffling on. But I was really nervous about having Burley Banksy on, but it went really well, and it's one of the few ones I've actually watched back to see. And I watched it back and I weren't cringing, which says a lot. I really enjoyed it, and Richard. So thanks for that, mate. Andy says, I wish more talent comes through the youth sections. Yeah, me too, mate. I think the next big one's going to be Harry Gray, and it's going to be the big one. Gavin, love the show. Massive thanks again for that. Cheers, Gavin, mate. Thank you. I'm absolutely loving it. I hit 1,250 subs today. Mental. I hit 1,000 last Tuesday. So I've done 250 subscribers I've had in like last 10 days. It's unbelievable, guys. Honestly, the support has been phenomenal. Cannot believe it. I'm so happy. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you. Great chat, Matty. Later all. Thank you. Cheers, Ina, mate. Thank you, mate. Barry Banger. Nice one, pal. What time are you uploading the blog? Well, I'm going to start editing it tonight when I go lay in bed because, like I said, I'll be staring at the ceiling. So I'm going to try and have it uploaded for 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to leave it too late because the later you leave it, you start thinking about the next game for a week and whether, I've done it before when I put a video out two or 3 days later than I should have done, and then not many people see it. And it's not a case that I want numbers. I just want people to see it. I want people to see it and comment and let me know what they think. But the vlogs take a lot of time, Barry. They take a hell of a lot of time. Got to put, I've probably got 50 clips, and I've got to, cut out either side of what's crap and put it into some sort of order. But yet, yeah, so it'll be tomorrow morning. I'll try and get out before dinner time. Hopefully at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So keep your eye out on that, please. But yeah, we're a really good minute cop today. Michael, Charlie Crew was doing well at Doncaster and the manager full. But yeah, I've heard that mate's doing really well. Adam, what you up to next week show-wise, mate? Right, so Adam, before I say out anyway, Adam, we were on the Late Night Leeds last night. If anyone hasn't watched Late Night Leeds from last night, obviously we touched on this game coming up because it was yesterday. We touched on Burnley, but there's a lot of stuff in the middle of that. Please go check out our video yesterday. Me, Adam, and Sean from Wilco Whites did. Really good video. We've got a predictor table in there where you predict your results going forward. You've got Coventry coming up. You need to get your, if you haven't already, get your score prediction in for Coventry. We'll be back next Friday night. We talk about this game, talk about Coventry game, and looking ahead to, is it Millwall, I think, after that. Really excited for that one. But yeah, keep on top of making sure your notification bell's smashed. Keep on top of watching your Late Night Leeds. It's such a good show. Really, really like that show. But yeah, I'm going to have a preview for the Coventry game. There'll be a review of it too. I've obviously got a vlog coming out tomorrow, and then we'll have Late Night Leeds on Friday. So yeah, watch this space. You know me with content, it just keeps coming. I might even do some transfer. Don't get me, it's gonna be flooded. You're gonna have all the big boys on YouTube doing transfer stuff on transfer deadline day. But yeah, I'll probably stick my toe into water with that. I'll keep my foot in the door with that, mate. Because if there's anything transfer wise, anything big happens, I probably do want to come on and have a chat about it. Not because you already know the story, because you will from others, but it's nice to put my my feelings and my thoughts, and you guys for some reason want to hear them. So yeah, I'll probably come in and do some around transfers as well. I like your vlogs when you invite the fans on the screen. Yeah, you know what it is. You mean on the screen? You mean the subscriber shows, or you mean actually the vlogs when I'm at the games? Because it's really nerve-wracking asking people that. But I did have someone today, a lad called Jack, noticed me today off my TikTok videos. I have a TikTok. Go check me out on TikTok. Imagine Not Being Leeds. I'm really daft on there. I sing songs. I do funny videos with kids. It's totally different to this. It really just shows my personality, which I'm sure you all know is pretty bonkers. Yeah, but Imagine Not Being Leeds. I'm doing okay on TikTok as well. Quite a lot of people want to see the daft side of it. But someone noticed me today, and I had a drink with him. And I actually interviewed him. Interviewed him before while we were in Peacock. Asked him what he thought his score prediction would be. It was really nice. Only 10-15 seconds, but he appreciated that he's going to be on vlog, so he's looking forward to seeing it as well. But it's nice whenever I can. It's nerve-wracking asking people, and I tell you what, I wanted to ask the lovely lady writing me today, and I was not asking anybody in the cop for an interview today. No chance. I was actually worried I wasn't going to take much footage today, but when goals started coming, I got my phone out when I was doing celebrations and all that and get right into it. I didn't really give a shit once a couple of goals had gone in, but there was no way I was going to ask anybody in COP, can I interview you from a YouTube channel? It's really nerve-wracking, you know, but I'm getting better with it. I think I was more nervous weeks and weeks ago when I had a couple of hundred subscribers and, you know, if anyone, hey, can I interview you from a YouTube? And then, oh, what you call them? They look and they just think, but I think getting to 1,000 give me confidence that I've got something good here. And meant I can push myself out there a little bit more than I was before. We don't feel as embarrassing, if you get what I mean. I might sound daft, but it's quite nerve-wracking speaking to people that having a YouTube channel because it's not for everyone. It's for us, we love it, but yeah, it's not for everyone. Coventry 0 Leeds 7, says Richard. Come on, man, I love the optimism. With competition, I don't think we've got second string for the cup. I think we have for this game. I've seen Matty's songs, yeah. Richard says, embarrassing your daughter on TikTok too. Yeah, she loves it, mate. She's really good at reading those players out, isn't she? But yeah, go check my TikTok out. I've got some, to be fair, I've got some really, really funny stuff over there. I've done really, really, really good. When I do Sean Healy on a mad oh yeah, the subscriber shows, Andy, yeah. To be fair, I might do one of them next week. You know, we've been trying the transfer window because it's been hard to sort of predict where Leeds are going to go. From now till end of the season, we're not knowing about January. Like a lot of people are holding judgment until end of January window. So I'll see. I just think we're having a midweek game next week. That probably stops me doing it. But I do love the subscriber shows. You never know, like you say with Steve. When Steve came on and started giving it some, it were good. It were good. I really do like them. Did you go to the PAV today, mate? PAV? Is that Pavilion? As I went to the PAV today. No, I didn't go. I went in hospitality, mate. Is that what you mean? I weren't in hospitality. No, I was just in COP. Just a normal ticket, mate, in COP, if that's what you mean. No. Matty, will you be covering the last day of transfer window on Monday? Yeah, like I say, Michael, I might do. What I'll probably do is, like I say, everybody else is going to be doing stuff. You know, you Joe and Connor and that, they're going to be doing it. I'll probably just come on. If something happens, I'll come on and give you my take on what's happened. I aren't going to come and sit here live for the sake of it, I suppose. I'll just come on. If something happens, I'll come on and talk about it because you'll want to say my take on it, I guess. Do I think something's going to happen? I'm not too sure. So, yeah, I think we'll leave it at that, guys. I'm losing my voice. My voice is going. Yeah, no, mate, I didn't, but I hope you had a good time. I'm sure you did. So I should be at East Upper today, were you? But no, I went in COP, mate. Pavilion. I might get there a couple of times for the work between now and the rest of the year, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so keep an eye out tomorrow. I'll have my vlog uploaded in the morning. It'll definitely be morning tomorrow. Try and get it out no later than 10 o'clock. So keep an eye out for that. I hope it does well. My vlogs are so random with views. I think my hospitality one did really well, but I think that's because it was hospitality and people want to see what that's like. Some of them don't do that well on views. So it'll be really interesting to see how that one does tomorrow. It'll be a 7-0. Are you off to the Millwall game? Yes, I am, mate. Yeah, I am going. Andy, subscriber shows, Just Joe and JT did one for members. Some right. Andy, that's how I started on this, mate. I paid to be a member for Joe. I still am a member of Joe's, so I could go on his show and talk about Leeds. I did 2 of his subscriber shows with him and JT, and they both told me I did really well. I was really confident. I spoke really well. A little bit like Adam, my good friend Adam here. He came on my subscriber show, didn't you, Adam? Everyone give good feedback, saying he knew what we were talking about. I don't know why they said that now after knowing him for a few weeks. I'm only joking. And he just seemed a really good fit. Did Adam to sort of design a show around with, and me, Adam, and Sean have created Late Night Leeds on a Friday night, which I think is a really good show as well. So check it out, like I said earlier. And that's all I did with Joe. I went on as a subscriber, and I got really good feedback saying I knew what I was talking about, which I was surprised at. So I thought, sorry, I'm going to start my own channel. And then ever since that, Joe got me on his final word, and I'm really fortunate that I had a really prevalent space really to be on his final word for a long time as I was starting my channel off. I mean, I had 0 subscribers and I was on the final word. It was crazy, and he gave me an opportunity. And then he's mixed his show up a little bit now, and I aren't on it as much. I still speak to Joe on WhatsApp most days, to be fair. Really good friend of mine now is Joe when he moved back to Halifax way. I am going to see him as well, go on a few walks and stuff with him and see him outside YouTube. So he's a good friend now, is Joe. But that's how I started. I started just on his channel. One dude hated Pido. I wonder what he thinks now. Yeah, I know, mate. We all it is. We all have his opinions, don't we? And form changes people's opinions because form changes player's performance. So you might not be a fan one week, you might be next week. Look at me with Aronson. Thought he did really well at the start. Didn't like him in middle. Wanted change. I'm quite happy with what he's doing at the minute. He's had a couple of off-it games today. He's back with a bang. Long may it continue. But that's it, guys, for me. Get ready for my vlog in the morning. I will get it sorted and sent out. So please stick a like on this video. Please subscribe if you're new here. Thanks so much for getting me, like I said, 1,250 subscribers. Mental. I'm almost at 1,500 subscribers. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely love this community. Appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, thanks so much. Right, people, let Matty go. Matthew go. Cheers, Danny. Thanks as always, mate. I'll give you a message in the morning, Danny. Take care, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Yeah, peace. Look after yourselves. Thank you.